Welcome back to Fourth and Pain, the only pro wrestling show to be hosted by an NFL player and a weight loss champion. He is Redskins defensive end Adam Carriker.
Word.
I am former wrestling announcer turned weight loss champion Chuck Carroll. And this here, Adam, is Fourth.
What is wrong with you?
Not a damn thing other than it's Monday. It's Monday, and so you just got to go with it,
Have
man.
you got a case of the Mondays?
I haven't gotten into the flow yet. We've had a number of days off here. We had a nice little weekend, and so now you have to allow me to just knock off the little bit of rust.
You got a case of the Mondays?
I'm trying to be professional, and you're dragging me down anyway.
I'm just trying to have fun.
And you're a good man. Follow us on Twitter at Fourth and Pain, and be sure to follow us. Also, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/4th_and/or-pain. Now, check this out, Adam. We have ourselves a brand new world champion in who?
Mr. Alberto Del Rio.
That's right. And by proxy, my man, Mexican Rodriguez, also sporting some gold. Congratulations, Rodriguez.
What's he sporting?
Some gold. He's the de facto. I mean, he is. Look, if you were ever to win the title belt, I feel like I would also have a share of it.
No.
Because I am the Mexican Rodriguez to Adam Carriker.
Absolutely not.
Yes, it's true. Whether you like it or not, buddy,
I would probably cut ties with you.
You turning heel on me?
No, I would just probably cut ties with you.
Here's my question, though. The title change, rare it happens outside of a pay-per-view.
I loved it.
We got it on Friday Night Smackdown.
I loved it. It was a last man standing match. I love the way it ended. He rolled the announcer's table on top of the Big Show so the Big Show couldn't move. And I actually found myself, for like the first time ever in the existence of the earth, I was rooting for Alberto Del Rio to actually win.
Now, this is interesting because it wasn't that long ago that you and I were actually sitting here talking about, is Alberto Del Rio really somebody that we want as champion? So what's going to make this title run a little bit different for him? Frankly, I'm not sure how long he can keep it. We're up on, the magical season, as I call it in pro wrestling. You've got the Royal Rumble, you've got Elimination Chamber, and then, of course, WrestleMania. I'm not forecasting a very long title run at all for Del Rio.
I don't know that it was so much that I was rooting for Del Rio to win, but I don't know there was so much that I was rooting for him as I was against the Big Show. I was tired of seeing the Big Show with the belt. His promos, they're okay. He talks like he's 7'4", 500 pounds. It just is drawn, and I can't even imitate it. But it's just I wanted to see somebody else with the belt. And then, it was a good match, and he hasn't had the title for a long time, so I felt like he was maybe due for at least a short period of time.
Well, it kind of makes me wonder who then is going to be next to kind of step up and face him, challenge him for the title. You can't imagine that they're going to have any sort of a rubber match beyond Royal Rumble, if that. It seems to me like they've kind of taken the strap off of the Big Show, and now they're going to push Del Rio to go into WrestleMania, or at the very least Elimination Chamber, as the champion with a big-time challenger.
Well, the Big Show has to at least get a rematch. He'll get his rematch, but you think they're going to go into WrestleMania with Del Rio as the champ?
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, if he could go well, you know what? No.
I don't like that.
It doesn't. You know what? I'm kind of talking myself out of that because
I'm glad.
They would need to turn him heel quickly because he's going to need a babyface challenger. And you can't turn somebody that quickly. It wouldn't make sense.
All I know is somehow Randy Orton's going to emerge throughout all this. Whether he's the Royal Rumble winner, whether he is the guy that beats Del Rio, takes him on at WrestleMania, or whether he's the guy that wins the Elimination Chamber, somehow Randy Orton's going to emerge out of this.
I can actually see a Randy Orton-Del Rio match.
But they've already fought like 42 billion times this year. And Randy Orton won all 42 billion times. It was amazing.
You're also talking to the guy that has the inclination that it's going to be The Rock versus John Cena at WrestleMania again.
You want to know the honest truth? I'm starting to buy into that. Not because I want to, but here's what I think is going to happen. I've already predicted that Randy Orton's going to win the Royal Rumble. That's been my prediction.
Okay.
But here's how it could play out. Everyone is unanimous in thinking The Rock's going to beat CM Punk at Royal Rumble. Okay.
Right.
So here's what I'm thinking. Cena wins the Royal Rumble. Rock beats Punk. Cena chooses to get his rematch against The Rock for the championship, which he kept saying was going to be for the championship last year at WrestleMania. It never happened. It's finally going to happen now. And that's going to be the only way that people want to see it, because this time it's for the title belt. I still don't want to see it, but I would not be surprised.
But don't you think that it would garner buys? I mean, you say you don't want to see it, but would you turn away? That's the thing. Like,
There's a million matchups that would garner buys. I tweeted to my followers, and they're all like Brock versus The Rock. They're like Brock versus CM Punk. They want to see The Rock versus The Big Show. There's a million matchups that'll garner buys.
you got a Rock versus Big Show suggestion?
Yeah, that was random. It was one of the lesser ones, but
I appreciate the follow, but yeah, not on board with that 100%. But anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens there. The road to WrestleMania officially kicks off in a couple of weekends with the Royal Rumble. But let's turn our attention now. Monday Night Raw tonight, another big show. You're talking about The Rock. You're talking about last week. Let's talk about last week. Let's talk about CM Punk going out into the middle of the ring and again capturing that heat that he did, 18 months ago when he sat atop the entrance ramp and he goes off on the WWE. Well, this year he goes out into the middle of the ring and he does it again. He says that the WWE is a circus and everybody is under the tent. He takes a shot at the career of Brodus Clay. He takes a shot at the creative direction of Daniel Bryan. He takes a shot at the creative direction of a lot of people, but he says that he is still true to who he was and then proceeds to insult the fans, which brings out The Rock.
do you think it was as good as when he sat on the stage wearing the Stone Cold shirt, crossed his legs, and just took on the whole WWE and his mic got cut off? Do you think it was as good as that
I
promo?
don't think that you can ever top the first time like that, but I will say this was pretty daggone good. It was pretty daggone good.
I think it was really good. I don't think it was as good, but I think it was really good. I think it was also a way because they're trying to get more back to the Attitude Era-ish and get rid of this PG. And so by pointing out these flaws, I think that's their way of kind of pushing away from the PG era a little bit, trying to get a little bit edgier. And I think this is one way of getting that done.
And did you notice that a lot of the arguments that he made were the same ones that Vince McMahon made a month or two ago when he came out and had an issue with their new PG era attitude?
In fact, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of waiting for the PG era attitude to fade. I'm waiting for this new Attitude Era type deal to come along. I'm waiting. Where is it? I want it.
Well,
I got The Rock saying Cookie Puss. As soon as he said Cookie Puss, I was like one of the leaders of the Attitude Era just went PG on me.
well, that's kind of The Rock's bit. You know, he started the whole Fruity Pebbles bit. But
that was good.
Well, you know, WWE cashed in on that this week, too. Has a huge endorsement deal now with Post Cereals. John Cena has replaced Fred Flintstone on the cover of Fruity Pebbles.
Are they going to come out with a cookie called Puss, and then they're going to cash in on that? I mean,
yeah, Cookie Crisp, but except they're going to be called Cookie Puss, and they'll have The Rock on them. Not really. But
No.
wouldn't that be something?
It would not be good at all.
Question for you, though, my friend, here on Fourth and Pain. Question for you. The Rock comes out. CM Punk's still in the ring. They have a war of words. Who got the better of it that night?
Last year, I was so excited to see The Rock because he is the Michael Jordan of the mic. He's the greatest of all time on the mic. And I thought Cena took him to school week after week after week. And I felt like CM Punk laid the better promo before The Rock ever got out there. Once The Rock got in the ring, I'm still not excited about this word Cookie Puss. And it's just, I think CM Punk, I found myself rooting for CM Punk, even though I'm a Rock guy.
I agree with you 100%. I actually think that in his prime, The Rock is about on par with where CM Punk is now. I'm curious to see what CM Punk would have been able to do back in the Attitude Era when he wouldn't have been chained with these restrictions that he has in this PG attitude kind of era that we're in now. I think that he would have dominated The Rock actually back in the Attitude Era.
He would not have dominated
He would
The
have
Rock.
dominated The Rock, and he would have been
No.
on the same level as Stone Cold. This is a fact, Jack. This is a 100% fact. And so do you...
I like how you state your opinions like they're just facts. They're not facts, they're opinions.
Do you honestly...
It's not like when I call you short. That is a fact. That is not an opinion.
Do you honestly think that when The Rock knocks a little bit of that rust off, if he comes back week after week up through WrestleMania, do you think that his mic skills are going to improve to the point where he is actually back on par with where CM Punk is now? Because I can't see a scenario where that happens.
Well, okay, so we record this show a couple times a week. And if we haven't done it for a while, we can tell that we're rusty for a little bit.
Today's a prime example.
Well, I've been trying to pull you up. I can only do so much. But after we're gone for a week or two, we can tell we haven't done it. This guy took 7 years off. And then he came back, and Cena, who was doing it night in and night out, schooled him. CM Punk is about to do the same thing. I'm afraid to him once again. When you take a long time off, you're rusty. I think The Rock, who was doing it every night 7-8 years ago, versus CM Punk, who does it every night now, I think that would have been a great battle. But I think nobody beat him. Austin was awesome on the mic, and Austin did not beat him.
I'm just saying.
I would actually love to see this won't happen because Austin is done. Austin versus CM Punk. Mr. Drinking Beer versus Mr. Straight Edge. I would love to see that. And they're both great on the mic. That's what I want to see. It just won't happen.
That would be interesting given the fact that Austin, has toyed with the idea of having one more match. It would be fitting. I mean, CM Punk seems to be the guy. Between he and John Cena, they seem to be the two guys that you can legitimately say pass the torch to. And so you bring back a guy like Stone Cold Steve Austin if he wants to have one final swan song, one final soiree. I think that CM Punk would be a prime candidate for that, for the same reason that you just said.
Now, we've asked our friend Goldberg, and he always said if he had one more match, he'd want it to be against Stone Cold. So would you rather see Stone Cold versus CM Punk or Stone Cold versus Goldberg?
Oh, God. See, now you're just toying with me, the wrestling fan, me as a fan of Goldberg, or me versus what would actually be the better match. And I hate to say this, but given the fact that both Stone Cold and Goldberg have been out of the ring for a number of years at this point, I think the better overall match would involve CM Punk.
I would want to see CM Punk Austin, and I would want to see Goldberg and Taker streak. That's what I'd want to see.
Goldberg ending Taker streak?
That's what I want to see.
What? Wow.
Will never happen.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
I just want it to.
What scenario would that happen in? But here's the thing. Honestly, last question, because we only have 1 minute remaining. I want to ask you this again. Just put the likelihood.
We're giving away some stuff. Don't forget.
We are giving away stuff, so give me this answer in 20 seconds or less. If CM Punk loses the title at the Royal Rumble to The Rock, as everybody thinks he will, does he go on to face Undertaker at WrestleMania?
That's the rumors. That's what I'm hearing. That's not what I want to see, especially if he loses to The Rock. If he beats The Rock, which is not going to happen maybe, but no, I don't want to see that.
But it wouldn't be a bad match at all. I'm just saying I would be on board with that.
But he's going to lose to The Rock and then face The Undertaker, who's invincible at WrestleMania? That doesn't make any sense.
I still think The Undertaker streak may come to an end.
But
Well,
I've been saying that.
We've got some swag to give away, my friends, finally. We've got some Fourth and Pain-esque type T-shirts to give away. As a matter of fact, my man right here to my left is modeling the T-shirt that says, what? Largest arms on the D-line. And on the back, you can't see it, but it's got the name Carriker, and it's got number 94, and we would love to give away one autographed by Mr. Carriker. We want to send one to you, and all you need to do is answer a trivia question. This week's trivia question is...
Who are the 3 Redskins players who made the Pro Bowl? And the second question is, who are the other remaining Redskins players who are on... What are they called? The replacements?
The alternates.
The alternates. I apologize. The alternates to the Pro Bowl. There are 3 guys who made the Pro Bowl, and there are 2 alternates.
And we want you to tweet your answers at Fourth and Pain. Just use the hashtag T-shirt contest, and we will be sure to drop your name in the hat. All correct answers will be thrown into one big hopper. We'll choose one name at random. We'll tweet them. We'll say, hey, congratulations, you're the winner. What's up?
Well, here's what we're going to be doing every week. Every Monday, we're going to be giving away something, whether it's a Largest Arms on the D-Line T-shirt looking like a jersey on the back, whether it's a Fourth and Pain T-shirt, a Daniel Bryan DVD, tickets, or whatever. We're going to be doing every Monday. So let's actually make it hashtag Trivia Challenge, because it's going to be different every week. It may not be a T-shirt every week.
Trivia Challenge.
Hashtag Trivia Challenge. Tune in every Monday to see what you can win.
Fair enough. And with that, we are fresh out of time. I'm Chuck Carroll. Thanks so very much for believing in our weirdness.
Adam Carriker, just read the shirt. Peace out, Fourth and Painters.